start of a new year, being out here with all the young guys. It was good to be, out here and experience first day of camp.
How different does this preseason feel? I mean, it doesn't seem like there were as many position battles as you had last year when you were here and a couple of years ago. Does it feel kind of different in that regard? Or?
Yeah, it feels very different just because I know my expectations for myself and, the expectations the coaches expect from me. So really just, leading the defense, really just bringing everybody together right now.
Darrin, how much more comfortable do you feel with Coach Shoup after having him in the summer, kind of getting to know him more and kind of pick his mind?
I feel a lot more comfortable. Throughout the meetings throughout the summer, we built a really good relationship. So looking forward to building it, through fall camp and putting it on the field.
I know there's not even though you're just a sophomore, there's not a ton of depth behind you. You played a lot last year. How much did you try to already help bring those younger guys along?
I got to push. Depth is key in the SEC. You never know what's going to happen with injuries and playing time. So you really just got to push everybody, make everybody.
When you look back compared to last year, when you look back compared to last year, where's the game slowed down the most a year from when you started fall camp?
Really mentally, understanding my responsibilities in the defense and knowing I can make plays throughout everybody else's, responsibilities. So it's really been helping me, learn throughout the summer.
Darrin, how much physically do you feel better having a full summer to train as opposed to being rehabbing like you were part of last summer? How much better do you feel physically?
I put on a little bit of weight this summer, and seen a little bit of explosiveness, being on the field, working out this summer. So really proud of my body and work that I did in the summer, and hopefully put on the field.
We just talked a lot about explosiveness being a key this summer in your training with Surgeon. I mean, what specifically are some of the things that he's done to get you guys more explosive?
Really just working on a lot of hip mobility, making sure guys are really loose, in their technique and everything. Really just brought the idea of cleanness to our workouts, so it really helped everybody's explosiveness.
Was there pretty good retention for what y'all were trying to do today?
Very good retention. But it's the first day. Everybody's pretty rusty. So we just got to get better throughout camp. That's the goal.
How much more is there to your pressure package now? Have you guys started on that, or did you get some of that in the spring from Shoup? Pressure package? How much have you added?
Pressure package today, how much have we added?
Yeah, how much have you added from a year ago?
We have a lot of different variables. Really just trying to set guys up to make plays.
The expectations from the outside, being the preseason pick to win the East, how is that affecting y'all's approach going into the season, if at all?
Not really affecting our approach. Our identity is to get better every day. It's always been that. So we're just looking to improve and get better throughout fall camp.
Darrin Butch Jones talks about it needing to be a player-led team. Can you give us some examples of the leaders really taking charge in the summer with you guys?
Leaders did a really good job, especially with our player development and our skill development sessions. They do a really good job of leading us and, managing our expectations and, making sure the standard is set even when the coaches aren't there.
Coach Jones talked a lot about the competition at linebacker past you and Jalen. What have you seen from the other guys, I guess, at this point? Who's impressed you this summer in terms of guys that could be vying for to be the third, fourth linebacker, guys who can be your backups?
I really like guys like Gavin Bryant, and Colin Jumper. They've really done a great job, being the 2 and 3 mics. They really did a good job of learning everything and, making sure, something happens to me or say something happens to Jalen and, we just have to do a different variable. Those guys are ready to step in.
What do you see about, I guess, Will and strong side guys, elsewhere at that position?
Cortez McDowell, Cortez Sapp done a really good job as well, learning their position.
How different does you see out of Congo? We got to ask. He's the freak that everybody's talking about. What have you seen out of him this summer and then today?
He's a grown man. I've seen him lift. I have never actually seen him practice. But he's a grown man, amongst the boys. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him on the defensive line.
Can you tell? I know there were a lot of defensive linemen that were out during the spring. Can you tell if those guys are back? You glad those guys are back out here running around?
Yeah, really just happy that our one unit is all together, and it's a really good job that we get reps today. So.
How different does Khalil McKenzie look compared to 6 months ago? He just looks like a totally different.
Well, I see Khalil every day, so it's kind of over time. So he dropped about 30 pounds. He weighed about 316 today. So it's a great goal that he accomplished, to be that light. And, I'm he's proud of his body.
But said he's a slim 315. Is it hard to call that guy slim?
Very hard to call him slim.
Darrin, how much different did it feel with so many guys back out there today? A lot of guys dinged up this spring, double-digit guys. Looked like more like a full football team today.
Yeah, most definitely. It felt good to have 1, 2, and 3 groups going. So I'm just proud that we're able to get our depth some experience.
Who's impressed you out of the freshmen so far? Just in terms of what you've seen.
Really just their work ethic. Really just trying to learn and just do everything to make the team a better team. So I'm just excited to see how they progress during camp.
Any one of those freshmen who stood out so far, just from what you saw in the summer or anything like that?
Really proud of Nigel. His can-do attitude, trying to learn everything as fast as he can, and Batuli's effort, throughout the workouts, and just progressively learning every day.
Darrin, I know it's about the team, but do you have any personal goals for this season?
Right now, my personal goal is, just making sure my defense, is on point with everything, especially with me, making sure I don't bust any coverages and making sure I learn everything.
What about personal records in the weight room? Anything stood out about what you were able to do in terms of that in the offseason?
I was proud in the offseason. I hit 305 on clean. That's the most I did since my injury, so I was proud of that.
Darrin, there's a lot of veterans on this defense around you. As the middle linebacker, I guess you obviously take some sort of leadership to. What have you done to maybe try to improve that over the summer?
Really just, lead vocally more. With experience, I feel like I'm more of a leader on the defense. So, I'm just, hopefully be a more vocal leader this year.
You think you got to the point where guys listen to you and your voice kind of resonates with them?
Most definitely. Respect, with my experience, so I'm definitely excited to see how it plays out this season.
Thank you very much. Darrin Kirkland.